All right. I'm going to hang up now, but let me know if anything happens. All right. Thank you.
All right, are we live yet?
Yep. All right. So, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We're sorry for the technical difficulties that we ran into. We believe that they are all sorted out now, so we thank you guys for staying patient with us. As you can see, Upper Dublin is up at the line here. 15-15 is our score at the halftime. And along the way, we gained a special guest. We gained back Hayden Haley, the one and only. Hayden, thank you for being able to join us. It was a surprise seeing you.
Yeah, a little bit of traffic. You know as well as I do, that traffic on Germantown is killer.
My God. Oh, yeah. I mean, especially trying to get to school, too.
Yeah, any time of the day.
Yeah, it's brutal, but...
So Balser picked up her second foul, and that's not too good if you're the Colonials. Sharp and her are really the only two in foul trouble. They just haven't really been able to get anything going in the basket. Very low-scoring game like we saw when these two teams played before. A.J. Avery with no fouls, which is good. And she can play aggressive when you most need it. It's a rebound by Brady. They give it to the hot hand, Megan No, for Upper Dublin. Working it around half court, taking it inside to the right. Jab steps back out to the right wing. Does a crossover on Balser, hands it over to Brady. Wing 3 off to the left. Hauled in by Crumpton. Abby Sharp taking it across half court. She's picked up by Brady. Quick dish
I have
to
it on the
Balser.
mixer right now, but I'm getting levels on it.
Sharp on the wing.
I was going to say, there might be a little bit of delay. I noticed that in the test.
Foul, and you can count it. Abby Sharp just using her size and strength on the baseline to put a lefty layup up and in, giving their Colonials first lead of the half. First points of the half by either team.
All right. He said that he couldn't hear it, but keep talking, because he'll text me if something.
Abby Sharp on the free throw. Up, and you bet. Nothing but net. Upper Dublin fans didn't get to her. No, picked up by Balser before the three-point line. Shot missed. Rebound by Daly. Playing the point guard. Dish off to Balser at the right. Colonial's going to swing it around. Stopped by Crumpton. Balser at the right wing. Gives off to Abby Sharp. Abby back to Aaron. Aaron top of the key. AJ dribbling around. Gives it back to Azzy. Azzy dribble, one pass to her left. Angelina going to dribble it, give it back to Abby. Colonials doing a nice job of killing clock in this very low-scoring game. That's kind of what you want to do. Don't let any team get hotter than the other. Really good ball movement, wide open three. And rebound by Angelina Balser. Dished off to Erin Daly, broken up by the Cardinals. And Brady's going to bring it away. Numbers off to her sister for the two is good.
Well, Hayden, this has been a great game so far. And again, I want to thank you guys for being patient with us and sticking with the broadcast. We had some technical difficulties going on with some devices that I think one of the extension cords that has their devices plugged in got unplugged, but we're back and we're all good. And what matters is that you guys are still here with us and we're still able to bring you this game. And it's been a great one so far.
I was going to say, what really matters is it's a tied ball game in the first round of the playoffs.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw that last night between the boys basketball team and Penwood.
Heck of a game.
That game was intense to the very end.
Winland's getting ready to check back in for PW. Upper Dublin just can't seem to match the ball movement on offense. That's smart by PW, kind of tiring out their defense too, Aaron. No, picked up her dribble. Balser's ready for the steal, but gets it off to Brady.
No puts up the three and sinks it, man. Well, Amy No has caused some trouble for this team. That's been my biggest observation so far tonight. 21-18 now with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Abby Sharp getting fouled, and that's who you want shooting your free throws if you're PW.
Yeah, Sharp's very good with her free throws, and I think one person could say she's been very sharp with
You
them.
always do that, For some reason, that punt always goes right over my head.
You know what? It always comes back to a couple of puns, a couple of very key puns.
It's the most commonly used one.
Right.
I've heard it on a few broadcasts before, and I think I'll hear it on a few more as these Colonials are expected to go deep into the playoffs. 2-point game. Colonials going back small ball now, as they've just been kind of working a little 6-woman rotation here between the 5 you see on the floor and number 0 who just checked back out. Abby Sharp on the second attempt. A little off balance, but nevertheless, it's going to fall through.
And Abby stays sharp on the free throw line yet again.
Okay, you can't use it twice in the same possession.
Hey, no one's gatekeeping.
That's just a little play-by-play, tip for you there. Anyway.
No one's gatekeeping punts here.
Oh, Brady broke some ankles. Highlight reel. Gets her own rebound. Gives it back to Amy No. Taking it with the left hand, passes it back out, and that's smart giving it. Now she gets it back, gives it back to Megan No, her sister. A couple pairs of sisters on this team, I believe. Megan with the rock going one-on-one. Pull up 3 in her grill, and Bowser's gonna take the ball, get the rebound, clear it for the Colonials. Now she's gonna run this point guard position. Watch the cut. If you're Upper Dublin, watch this cut back up to the key. They get it into Abby Sharp. Looking for another foul. Doesn't get it. Back tap by Avery. Bowser on the drive. Went off her foot and picked up by Basaccio. No, jogging it down the other way. Basaccio wide open, in deep three-point land. Just going to dribble it around the key. Finds Saunders. Brady looking for the pass inside, gets it back to Amy No up top. Gets the pick from Saunders, free drive to the right, or to her left. Got the pass off, but didn't get the shot off, was Basaccio. Now Abby coming down, full head of steam. Faked the handoff, gets it out to Aaron. She's got a Cardinal hand in her face. Dribbles it back up towards the letters. Going over the Avery screen, handing it off to Bowser. Bowser now to Winland. Bowser off the Winland give and go. Abby Sharp deep, 3 off the back of the iron. Couldn't get the tip, was Winland. And now the ball falls into the hands of No.
All right, Hayden, I know you've only been with us since the end of the second half.
Basaccio wasn't looking.
Watch
Sorry
out.
to cut you off, Aaron, but that was almost a huge turnover.
Wow. But anyways, I know you've only been here since the end of the second half, but what's some stuff you've seen from the Colonials that you think they can improve on?
Well, I noticed the low scoring, which makes me think that they just haven't been able to capitalize after their ball movement. It's the playoffs, so when you have the home court advantage, you have the crowd on your side. But that doesn't mean the away crowd's not going to be equally as into it, no matter how big or small they are. So killing some clock is very smart with no shot clock in high school.
Right.
I just think that, I've seen it in the first few minutes I've been here, just not particularly great finishes, and they haven't really been getting wide open shots. That's one of the reasons right there, the no steal. Putting the Cardinals back up by 3. They try to get this ball movement, and like I said last possession, if you're Upper Dublin, you want to watch that cut back up to the top of the key, and that's what they did right there. Bowser now doing it on the other side, trying to play some trickery. Has Abby Sharp. That's her spot. Watch the shot now. Dribbling around, gets it off to A.J. Avery, wide open, top of the key. 3, you bet! It's a tie ball game here at Plymouth Meeting. Strap in, Aaron. We're coming in for a landing.
A.J. Avery has looked great this game. And
having 6 most important points of the game, probably. Winland hauls in the rebound, gets into the hands of Aaron Daly off the no-miss 3.
As we've seen Avery make a couple of big threes this game.
Yep.
She'll obviously hope to be a part of the core of the next few
Right,
teams.
she's only a freshman.
Yes.
Abby Sharp got the one step to her left. Pull up 2, you bet. Abby Sharp with 9, leading scorer. Crowd's back into it. Bowser picking up, no to her left. Bisaccio picks up, no, that's Brady picking up the handoff deep in her bag, getting into the lane. No, on the back cut, there was contact there. And if that's on Bowser, that's her third. Yep, she's gonna be subbed out. DeLucia's trying to tell her, giving her some advice, but probably telling her to get back in the game. We need you. No, that was on Erin Daly. So that's her second. No makes the first. 1 point
Amy
ball game.
No does not seem phased at all by the crowd noise.
That's Megan No, actually.
Megan No.
Yeah, they both wear a jersey number that ends in 2, so I don't blame you, Erin.
Wow, she sinks both.
She makes both.
I saw the 2 at the end, so I just assumed, but.
No, it's all good. I think she's a freshman too, so you better watch out if you're playing in this district. Colonials go with the same lineup, even due to the foul trouble. Sharp, they got Erin Daly with some major size advantage inside. They got to look at that more. The passers up top. They find Erin for 3. And
wow!
turns it.
And
Erin Daly buzzer beater 3. What a play!
You could not ask for a better way to end a quarter. A 3 like that carries the momentum into the next half.
You bet. How many times do I have to say, Erin? Colonials are either going to make us eat our words or they're going to listen to what we're saying and use it. I criticize the ball movement. What do? They use the ball movement to get a wide open 3, back-to-back plays.
And guess what? We're live, so they're hearing us in real time.
Wow.
They can adapt to us.
That's a first.
Boy, we haven't been able to do live in a while. Last night was our first since probably the football season, I would imagine.
This is our first live on good quality audio and camera.
28-25 is our score as we enter the fourth quarter. So what do you think are some keys for the Colonials here to try to keep the win?
Again, I wasn't here the first half, but it kind of looked like they limited turnovers. They didn't allow, they did have the breakaway layup, I know, but that wasn't enough momentum for Upper Dublin to utilize. They saw that, and what did they do? They switched the pass game from the right side to the left side. That completely caught the Upper Dublin defense off guard. You saw last 6 points, wing 3s on the left side instead of the right. They're getting something going on that left side, Aaron. I don't think Upper Dublin could stop it. So, Aaron, you've seen a little more game than I have. What do you think Upper Dublin needs to do to gain back 3 points and then some to win this game?
Well, in the second quarter and towards the end of the first quarter as well, we saw them get really hot a little bit. They need to be able to find that again.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier on the broadcast, and obviously you just joining us a little bit ago, Upper Dublin in their last 2 games against the Colonials, they lost, but they kept it very close.
Right.
And that's going to be something they need to do. They need to prevent the Colonials from getting hot because they've been able to show that they can match up with them.
Well, when you talk about scoring, something I've noticed the Colonials defense doing is they're preventing Brady and Bisaccio, some of their 2 hottest shooters, to come off the cut in the picks. They just want pull-up 3s from the No Sisters, and so far they've probably only been making 60% of those shots at most. And that's
say,
good, but
yes.
not perfect.
And I would say, though, the danger is they're leaving the No Sisters unguarded, as you mentioned, and they've both looked pretty well. I would say 2 no's do make a yes.
I was always told 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Sometimes. 2 negatives make a positive.
When they tied the game up, I guess 2 no's did make a yes.
Yes.
It's a great headline, by the way. Kind of helping up the UD media, I guess.
If they need it, I'll ask for just a 5% share.
I was going to say, yeah, way to take a shot at some rivals there. Erin Daly using her size to just jump over Saunders. Abby Sharp playing bully ball. Couldn't get the roll with the right-hand finish on left side. And she's going to shoot 2 more free throws. See, what I like about Abby Sharp's game is she's just so versatile, right? 5'11". She's able, a very good shot. She could play that high post, low post, or up in the wings, and key, obviously. She's using her free throw shooting ability, her confidence and coolness to just get fouled. There's no size on this Upper Dublin team. You got 2 players on the floor right now that are a good inch or 2 taller than their tallest guy, or girl, should I say, in Erin Daly and Abby Sharp.
Right.
Erin's not is a good free throw shooter, but Abby's a lot better. So she's saying, let me get the assist game going.
Right. Sometimes the best shooters on your team aren't always the best free throw shooters. We see Quadir Bennett, I would say, on the boys team, probably one of the better shooters on the team, but Chase Coleman last night really stole the show, made a bunch of free throws, 6 for 6, I believe.
Yep. So here's my tip, for instance, for the young guys and girls out there listening. A free throw, yeah, people sometimes get nervous over it. It's a wide open shot, which the Colonials have been making all season. And if the Cardinals are going to prevent them from getting wide open shots from without on the free throw line, then just get to the free throw line. Upper Dublin's going to get time out there off of the banked in 2, I believe, by the Cardinals.
30-27 is our score here, 6:52 to go. This game has gone by very quickly. I mean, our boys game last night stayed in regulation, but we didn't get out till about 8:30. I mean, this game started maybe 2 minutes earlier than normal, but it's been fascinating to see how quick these girls games go. It feels like you get there, 1 minute later you blink, and all of a sudden you're packing up and leaving.
Well, hold on, Aaron. Let me tell you, if you're in white sitting on that PW bench or on red sitting on that Upper Dublin bench, this game is feeling like the longest ball game you've ever played. Every point, possession, foul, every statistic counts in the playoffs. You can see it from the blood, sweat, and tears that these players are putting in.
I would say perspective's different for us, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree. This is feeling like a very fast ball game. Last game that these two teams played here in Plymouth Meeting, low-scoring ball game, a good ball game, though, nevertheless.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a very good game as well.
7 minutes left in the fourth. I thought we were in the third for a second.
For them, I bet it feels like they're in the third.
Right.
But it still feels like they're in the first a little bit.
Abby Sharp coming off the curl to her right. Gets it off to Balser. Balser dribbling and jabbing back out towards the three-point line. Aaron Daly's got the ball between the left wing and left corner. Abby Sharp thought about the shot, thought about the dribble. Jab steps to her left now, gives it out to Balser. It's a good cutoff there by Upper Dublin. Oh, she had the up and under move, and AJ was stripped by Amy No. Who's just number?
Well, there's some pressure now on the Colonials here. Have to keep their defense up.
No for 3.
Oh,
Rainbows it in and ties up the
man.
game. Hey, maybe the Colonials need to go back and let them take some wing threes, because you got to take Megan No out of this game.
Absolutely. I mean, I think in a little bit, I think in some ways,
Sharp full head of steam. Couldn't get the bounce. Winland tipped it right into No's hands. Sorry to cut you off, Aaron. Gets it to her sister. Amy pulls up. Oh, maybe traveled there. Refs didn't see it. Amy and Megan up at the top. Upper Dublin coach has something to say, giving his girls the business. Amy No with the left hand. Deep in her bag, like the fries are at the bottom. Getting to the left, scoop layup, no good.
Oh. Yeah, put a little bit too much power on that one.
Aaron looks like she's hurting out there. I'd watch that if I were the coaching staff. She's probably played all 32 minutes, though. Bowser giving out to Sharp. The crowd quieted down for a minute. I'd utilize this if I were the Colonials. Get something hard and dirty in the paint. Bowser thought about the 3. Fans were ready to raise a hand there.
Anytime the crowd quiets down, that's a good time to try to slow this game down a little bit.
Completely agree. Avery, Sharp in the corner, driving baseline, pushed off with the shoulder. Avery, wide open 3, off the back of the iron. Bowser and Winland collided, and Brady came up with the 3. And now you give it right back to a very good three-point shooting team in Upper Dublin here. I don't know why Bowser's not playing higher. Watch this, Aaron, off the screen. Watch the shot off the screen. Bowser slips it, though. All right, that's good. That had me on the edge of my seat for a minute.
I am too right now.
And good defense by the Colonials to make Upper Dublin call a timeout. They're looking for quick baskets here, in case you didn't know. And actually, it's 30-30 again.
Yeah, here, 4 minutes to go here in the last quarter. These are the games that you want, though. I mean, the blowouts during the regular season, that's okay. But when you're in the playoffs, you want these games. You want to feel a ton of emotions every minute, every second.
My 2 favorite sports.
Colonial Instructional Television.
My two favorite sports are football and basketball, and for good reasons. For instance, you could go back to the Super Bowl, Eagles-Chiefs a few weeks ago. There are no mistakes.
I think it might still be a little bit too early to bring that up.
I'm looking at it from an analyst perspective here.
Right.
You go back to that game, and unfortunately for the Eagles, they thought they could go into the second half with a 10-point lead and risk a few mistakes and take it easy like they did in the regular season. But since these are the two best teams in football, they were going to capitalize on mistakes, in which the Chiefs did. That's why they lost the game, unfortunately. Now you can kind of see as the crowd got quiet, I think the Colonials started to relax. Now it's a tie ball game. We're kind of seeing a recreation of Super Bowl 57 right in front of us.
Oh boy, that is a big
just
jump.
Let's
keep our fingers crossed.
Let's just hope the good guys win in this position.
We'll hope it turns out more like the NFC Championship.
I was gonna say, well, both towns right here in Upper Dublin and PW, we're both feeling the loss of the Eagles' loss, right? So, you kind of look at it like both teams got a little bit of a grudge coming into this one, looking for a win.
Here's the note I brought up earlier in the broadcast, of course. But Hayden, you weren't with us, so I'll get to tell you now. This team, Upper Dublin, they've played better on the road this year. They're 6-5 at home.
Yes, I remember that. Even earlier in the season, they were playing better on the road, which is surprising.
Yeah.
It's usually a later in the season type of
But it's
type
great
of thing.
to see if you're Upper Dublin. Nothing phases this team.
Right, to know you can win on the road. That's very important.
And in a hostile environment
For
like
sure.
this.
Yeah, we've talked about this is one of the toughest environments to play in.
This is Philadelphia mini up here.
Yep, for sure. Daly couldn't get the rebound. Saunders on the back tap. Back out to Amy. No. At the top. Upper Dublin's coach wanting a little more spacing at the bottom, trying to operate off the high screen probably. Fadeaway two by Basaccio, got the bounce. And just like that, the Cardinals have the lead once again, only by a bucket.
3.5 minutes to go here.
Yeah.
32-30 is our score.
Aaron, if you're PW right here, you have to get Abby Sharp to the free throw line.
You just have to do something here to keep yourselves in the game. Because Upper Dublin's clearly found something.
Neither team could go down 2 possessions if they want a chance to win. Whoever gets up by 2 or 3 possessions is going to win this game.
And with the way both teams have been scoring, honestly, I don't think 2 possessions is a big enough gap.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, neither team has really been able to pull away. We saw the Colonials pull away early in this game.
Right.
But as the first quarter progressed,
Aaron
Upper
Daly
Dublin
has a
found their
lane.
groove.
Windland wide open 3. The freshman off the front iron.
Well, it's getting tense now.
Yeah.
And
even our commentary is a little more intense now.
Right.
Everything's intense at this point in the game. A win or go home scenario. No at the top, gets it off to Basaccio. Erin Daly playing her heart out, and she's wide open at the high post, but dumbly kicks it out, if I say so. They're just playing keep away at this point.
I was surprised Basaccio didn't take the shot there.
I don't really know why. I mean, you don't want to take the shot because Bowser could get this. Oh, and now you got numbers. Now you got numbers. Yeah, they're trying to kill this clock.
Well, they're trying to take some time too.
But someone foul someone. Wow. Upper Dublin thinks they won this game. And now Dan Doherty's going to call a little timeout. Oh, that stinks if you lose the game off a fadeaway 8-footer.
Right. 2:11 to go here, 32-30.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing here for the Colonials, too, and we saw that with the boys' team last night, is that this crowd is just as into it as their crowd.
Completely
they might
agree.
not have the same volume, but they got the same noise levels.
I mean, we're down by 2 here, the Colonials. I mean, but you just look at the Colonial crowd down there. It kind of looks like I'm not feeling a lot of energy raised coming from there.
I'm feeling energy, but I'm feeling very tense energy.
Yeah, tense energy.
But
not
I feel that
across the way.
The
I see some relaxed energy across the way there.
They're
but
a little
on
bit
this
more
side,
relaxed. But look at how the energy ping pongs across.
Yeah. So that's not a shooting foul. So Upper Dublin's going to inbound it from, I think, about their own bench area. So at that point, the Colonials are probably going off looking at a defensive inbound play. I do not think you defend the ball here because with no shot clock, you're kind of treating this like there's like 20 seconds left, even though there's 2 minutes.
Right.
Because you can just kill the clock, which Upper Dublin's more than capable of doing as they're a little bit smaller and have some really good ball movement around the edges. So Upper Dublin goes with a little bit of a strange scenario. I think the Colonials might let them get this in for free. Yeah, no goes untouched into the backcourt. I'd be on her behind if I was Balser down there. That's just me. And look at that, a little turnover action.
They are watching our games right now.
Yeah, little Coach Birdseye from me and you, Aaron, just directing traffic up there for the Colonial Brain Trust.
Well, Coach Stowarty, you're welcome.
Yeah, give us a cut of the pay.
Hey, you know, bring Hayden down there. Let him coach some of those games.
Oh, I could not nearly do it the job that they do, but I appreciate the credit. Just trying to bring a little analyst up into the booth. You know, we don't always see eye to eye up here, and for good reason. They've won a lot. Oh, and Aaron Daly missed the layup. He's won a lot more ball games than I have. Right. Let's see if he can win one more.
Just a couple hundred more, maybe?
A couple hundred more, yeah. I think Daly thought she got fouled, and now they're playing a little havoc defense as we're down to 90 seconds here. Not looking good for the Colonials.
I mean, there's a problem. Upper Dublin can waste as much time as they want.
They certainly
can.
And
the Colonials have to be careful with how they play them.
Oh, my goodness. I think you take a foul right here. Yeah, Doherty's even saying maybe take a foul. Yeah, and they do call a foul. That's Daly's third, I believe.
I mean, yeah, you do want to consider taking a foul sometimes, but you have to be careful. It's not a foul that lets them get back up to the line.
Right.
You don't want them extending this lead.
So I think they have a few more fouls to give. I'm not totally sure. No goes practically untouched into the backcourt. Wow. Trying to get a little more noise into the crowd there is the Colonial faithful. Colonial crazies. Daly almost had a piece of the rock, and now she... Oh, no, that's Sharp. I get them confused sometimes. That was their last foul to give.
I think they're out of luck now.
Wow.
They're almost down to their last minute here. 1:02 to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
32-30 still our score.
Ever since that buzzer beater, and that's a foul too.
Ooh.
So now I think she's going to be shooting some free throws.
Balser kind of
No, wait, do they get one more? No, they inbounded one more time. That was the last foul to give.
Yeah, okay, Balser kind of just walked into that.
Yeah, well, she was going for the ball. I mean, you know, it's not football, so if you're going for the ball, you got to be controlled. And I think that was a fine foul. That was a fine foul.
Yeah, those are the fouls that are hard to avoid.
Right. So now, and I don't believe it. How is that a foul?
Oh,
wow.
No.
Everyone is scratching their head. Wow, so now she's going to go to the line for two.
This could be it. If Megan No can sink
now
two.
56 seconds. Let's see if she's got the clutch gene in her. I haven't done a Punnett Square since 9th grade, so I don't know. It's loud, and she makes the first free throw.
Well,
still a one-possession game. One-possession game.
If she sinks this one, Colonials might be in some trouble.
Well, if she makes both, you go down and you score 2 points real quick. Don't go for the three. They're going to be tempted to go for three, but don't go for three.
Oh.
She made both. So they call a timeout. This will not advance the ball, though. That's the downside. This will not advance the ball.
Down to their last minute, the Colonials need to play their best basketball possible at a 34-30 score.
So that's what I think they're talking about in the huddle right now. Sorry, it slipped my mind. Yeah, go for two. There's plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for two. And the thing is, if you fouled earlier and you fouled maybe one of their worst free throw shooters, if you looked at that statistically on the scouting report, we'd probably be in a different scenario within a few points. Not a lot of points, but you know what I mean. Like it would have the difference of 1 or 2 points here.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably would have had enough time to advance the ball.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Obviously,
but again, not much. So I don't really know what it would do for you.
Right, and obviously the biggest obstacle facing the Colonials is no shot clock. Upper Dublin can take as much time as they want. And the Colonials are going to need some miracles here. We've seen miracles come true in this stadium.
Yeah, they come true here for sure. Now, something I will point out, too, is I've seen this too many times to count. You cannot play conservative at this point. If I'm Abby Sharp or Aaron Daly, I'm looking for the ball. I want to ram it right down the left or right side with the strong hand. And if it comes to an offensive foul, that's just how it's going to be.
Right.
But you cannot throw a lazy pass or pick up your dribble and be panicked. You have to commit, and I think the right commit here is right to the lane, try to get fouled. If they wind up calling a foul on you, then, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles, and you got to prepare for the state
Right,
bracket.
and this team has so much experience, so much winning experience. 7 players from this team are returning from that championship team. A couple of those players were freshmen last year, too, so they've got plenty of time
for sure
to feed that experience off to all these younger players.
So let's see what Doherty's got for us here. Another miracle. Abby Sharp got her off her feet. Elbow jumper, and that's a little short. And Aaron Daly's forced to foul. Oh, wow. If one of them was there for the offensive rebound, this would be we'd be singing a different song right now, Aaron. I mean, yeah, you are, Aaron. Jeez. You see where my mind is right now.
Hey, look, I get it.
There are 2 Aarons I'm working with currently.
Well, things are looking very precarious now for the
Colonials. And you put the best free throw shooter. Smallest person on the floor, and she gets the rebound. Back to a 2-possession game. Nothing too bad, but now you probably want to think 3. So,
Absolutely.
Clock is stopped. 3 timeouts for the Colonials. Wow.
In most games, you're trying to stop the stupid 3-point shots, but right now you got to kind of take some of those.
So the Cardinals kind of going what PW was doing. And Abby wants the ball with the 3. That's off to the left. Winland. Oh, and she's pushed. How? She was hip checked. How is that not a foul? Wow. I think that's a controversial missed call. I think Winland, number 12, wearing white, was clearly pushed by Bisaccia or Brady.
And they did get the ball back, but a foul got called on them
I think that's a missed call.
And this could spell the end.
I think that's a missed push by the referees. And this puts the sister, Amy No, at the line. Let's see if she can do. Wow. Wow.
Well, 37-30. Last night we saw bedlam here at the gym.
For sure.
But tonight, the mood has changed.
It's going to be a different kind of bedlam in a little bit. So now, oddly, No is going to take a foul. I kind of understand that. And they're going to have to reset the clock by a couple of tick marks.
27.8 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, coming up with 10 points, coming up with 8 points, however many points, that's not something that you see in high school sports very often, especially in a no-shot clock league.
And you guys at home can, with our nice, with this nice replay you have, can easily rewind and see the missed call. Abby Sharp for 3. Wow, and it just a dry spell.
A dry spell at the wrong time.
Yeah. The dry spell casting over the left half of the court. An upset in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania.
Well, I hate to say it, I think bringing up Super Bowl 57 costs something wrong.
Wow. Aaron, I give you one word to describe this game. Wow.
I don't know if I have it. You're going to have to give me a little bit. $10 points in 18 seconds has been done before.
Well, from the free throw line, certainly. Aaron Daly 3, we need it, and gets it to go. With 8 seconds left, you wanted that three-pointer with 50.
You wanted that three-pointer a minute or so ago,
you don't need to be a genius to. I don't even know why I said that.
33.
Wow.
8.6 seconds to go. Well, this crowd has fallen silent here.
Yeah. Well, not the first time Upper Dublin's gonna, give PW the business. Unfortunately.
Right. Shock has fallen over the crowd. 2 different attitudes compared to last night to tonight, and 2 different kinds of games.
Wow.
We saw a bit of an inverse effect. Penwood last night fell apart in that last quarter and allowed PW to take the game away. Saw a little bit of the opposite here. Upper Dublin was able to steal the game in this second half.
So no's going to get into no, and wow, they somehow get the pass off after they try to take an intentional foul. Ref's not calling anything. They call a travel.
Wow.
So that's something, but it is not nearly going to be enough.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a such thing as a 7-pointer here in basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And on their own home turf, PW will finish their season tonight in a devastating 40-33 defeat. Upper Dublin will move on to round 3 of the District 1 playoffs in a 40-33 contest. Hayden, I know you were only here for about the second half,
but I saw all I needed to see.
So let's give us your notes here from what you saw.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's as simple as, you'd hate to say it, but sometimes it was just meant to be. They went cold. The Colonials went cold, from 3. They couldn't get any calls really going their way. Sometimes it really just comes down to how it's supposed to be. Kind of like, Super Bowl 57, unfortunately. I don't really think they really fell asleep. I still kind of saw a lot of the same stuff. But I have to say, a little bit of Colonial bias in me maybe, if that's what you want to call it. But when we played the Cardinals back in December here, if you told me that the Colonials were going to lose in the playoffs, I wouldn't believe you. I really wouldn't. They played really well. I think they get a redemption in states. I'm not really sure how it works, or if they get some sort of a double elimination. I don't really know, but
we'll keep our fingers crossed on that, I suppose.
We got the boys game Friday, I believe,
and hopefully we'll be on the mic
from what I know, it looks like the girls are going to be having basketball practice, not as many games for next couple of weeks, unfortunately.
But sometimes it's just how it falls.
I mean, I'm trying to think of some notes here, Aaron.
But it almost leaves you at a loss for words.
It does. It's not like I was prepared. I mean, prepared for a Colonials win, counting my chickens before they hatch per se. But, when you beat them both times, I'm just thinking in the film sessions they didn't really look. They looked at what they did right, and not as much as what they did wrong. Because it's not like you shut this team out. Like they still scored points.
Right.
So I think by some chance, it looks like what the Colonials had playing defensively matched up perfectly with what the Cardinals had planned offensively. And the No Sisters, 2 no's did make a yes tonight, as they just were sniping from the top of the key from 3 there. And Aaron, that's one of your puns that's actually going against us.
Unfortunately,
somehow.
I did not see that coming.
The sharpshooting is always a popular one.
Sharpshooting always works, but
6 points from the free throw line is, coming up 7 short, unfortunately. Takes out.
Well, obviously tonight's a heartbreaker for the girls basketball team.
For sure.
As we'll be waiting to see them in states.
Yep.
As we'll keep
they're
our
high
fingers
enough to make
crossed
states.
for
I
that.
think 3 seed. So,
I believe so. Yes. But either way, we've had a great season to this point with the girls team, and the boys team. They're still going. We hope to see you Friday night. I'm Aaron Shun alongside Hayden Haley.
Yeah, we need some good news. We need some good news in this
really
gym.
good news.
Good news in this gym, please. Please, good news.
Keep our fingers crossed. But thank you to Sebastian Krolak and Alexis Peng for helping us out tonight. And as always, thank you to Robert Cahill for setting us up with these opportunities. Thank you. Wish you were here tonight. Hopefully you're here Friday. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that. I'm Aaron Shun, and I'm sending you guys off. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. All right. I have to make sure I hit stop before we do anything. So, stop the stream.